Well, Kevin, you were asked if Illinois Central showed up. Well, look here. There you go. There you go, Kevin. Illinois Central 3108. First Illinois Central diesel I've seen in active service on a Class 1 railroad. The only other unit I've seen in Illinois Central paint is GP16, well, not GP16, but unit number 8396, which operates on the Athens Line Railroad between Athens and Watkinsville. But there you go. That solves that for both of us. And I'm betting there might be a bit of train action here soon enough, because I hear another train, but I don't know if it's on the other side of the city. But he's got a red signal, and I do hear another train coming, so that does mean there is another train coming, because he's going to have to wait regardless. But there we go, 3308. Not 3308, 3108. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't think straight today. But you can see there's a diamond there. And then you've got multiple different interchanges to different spurs all around it. And then, of course, you've got the tracks that lead here to the station. So, yeah. I can't walk down any further because otherwise I might get in trouble. But I know another train is coming. I heard one. I hate it. I wish I could have found this engine sooner to where we could have actually chased it, because it still has its Nathan P5 horn on it. I know this because I heard it twice while trying to photograph the station. Speaking of that other train, I think I hear it. And I don't mean the one that's idling. I don't know, though. I can't tell. I can't see it. But I know there's another train coming. I heard him before this one moved out. Yeah, I think unless it was that truck, I swear I thought I heard another train just now. But yeah, he's got a red signal, so that does mean he's having to wait for another train. It just depends on where that other train is. Because really, aside from the bridge, this is the only other place that's still safe to watch trains. At least, well, semi-safe anyway. I see there's one person online. Kevin, is that you or is that someone else? Let me know who you are. You don't have to be a stranger. Oh yeah, there's another train coming. I just heard the air hissing just now. So evidently both trains are waiting for another train. I don't know. I can't see the other train. I can hear him. I just heard him release an air. Okay, so 3108's going first. This is actually also the first time I've actually caught an active switching job. Okay, so he's proceeding out across and onto the main line. So the other train apparently is waiting for him. Even though that is an Illinois Central unit, the railroad, as far as I know, doesn't exist anymore. I could be wrong on that, but I know it was absorbed by Canadian National, I believe. He's currently crossing the diamond slowly. Yeah, CN Junction. It says Canadian National Junction right there by the signal. So I'm betting, actually, now that concerning the actual station here, From what I can tell, evidently the may back in. I don't know if that's true, but it could be one or the other. Either way, though, the signal is red. Yeah, so I'm going to see if I can look at the station. I may not be able to go in, but I want to try to look at it while I can. But yeah, you can hear the train there. It's stopped. Like, you can hear the air hissing from it, but there's no, you can't see it. But I'll keep the camera pointed behind my back just in case y'all see anything. So, yeah. Like, the thing is, I can hear it, but I can't see it. BNSF Kid Quadruple 7, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna walk down here to the station. What would make this funny is if they had some private cars stored here, then I could recreate my picture from St. Louis. Only difference is there's still train service here. It's just probably not frequent by any means. I'm betting it's the same train, but just two different versions of it in two different directions. And of course it starts raining again. That's wonderful. Well, as you just heard, there's the horn. Damn it, the thing is glitching. Well, y'all hear it. There's trains running, but every other rail line that's here is pretty much inaccessible. The only other places I know of are here at the station that Ham Bridge is at, and then Kentucky Street. You know, we haven't found that yet. I'm going to see if I can walk down here to the station. In fact, I'm going to see if maybe Ellen and I could drive down there. I don't want to get my phone wet. Oh yeah, I'll start the stream back once. And there goes Illinois Central. I tried to get this damn thing up quick, but it couldn't work. Or not couldn't, it wouldn't work. Figures! But one time I'm trying to get the damn train and it ends up, and I'm not even able to get the phone up fast enough. Well, there it goes. Straight through downtown Memphis. Of course the live chat's broken. It's glitching out to where I can't see anything. Ah, my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on, he stopped. Now I'm confused. He stopped right there at the end. Oh, hang on. Okay, there's a crewman out there. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee at the moment, and I'm currently at the Amtrak station that's here. And we have Illinois Central 3108 up here, but he literally stopped right at the end of the platform up there, and I can't get to him. Pardon my language, y'all. I mean, I did not expect him to come reversing down the platform track as quickly as he did. I was not intending for that to happen at all. Now let's see, is he going to come and back up and switch over, or is he moving? Oh no, he's moving because he's coming back. He's coming back. Well, y'all asked me if Illinois Central came up through here. Well, here's your chance to answer that question once and for all. Well, here's your answer. It does. So they're switching all this currently. And evidently that bell that you're hearing, the locomotive's bell, that's not on a single tone. Apparently, they have a way to control it. Well, this is the first time I think I've ever caught them switching out here at all. I don't think I've ever caught them switching out here. Alright, so they're going down there, and I'm betting they're going to switch over to this track. Don't know why, though. Don't know why they would, unless they're having to get the cars up in a different direction. I don't know. Hey, Kevin, remember how you asked me if Illinois Central came up here? Well, I think you just saw your answer. It does. At least under Canadian National, it does.
It's nice that they could run this train just for your entertainment.
Very funny.
I'm gonna walk into the station.
I'll be along in a minute. Oh yeah, he's switching tracks now, actually. But yeah, the only other Illinois Central diesel that I've seen is actually an earlier model. Earlier than the one you're seeing here coming down the other platform track there on the right. The engine's number is 8396 and it's in service on the Athens Line Railroad. I've seen it all over that railroad network. Okay, so he stopped over there on the right hand track, but my question is why? Oh, it's so the crew member could reset the switch. All right, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Sorry if the picture's grainy, y'all. I don't intend for it to be. But with this weather, it's kind of difficult. Also, let me know how the quality is. I don't know how good the video quality is. Like, it's decent for me, but I don't know how it is for y'all. So just let me know. Oh, by the way, hey, how y'all doing? All right, let's see. Oh, okay, so they got one. So they have multiple crewmen on the train today, by the looks of things. Yeah, so they got the engineer and the guy who's taking care of the switches, and then there's another one down here with the train, two-car train consist. I know you knew it. Literally, right after we left the Harahan Bridge, my grandmother just happened to glance over and saw the engine. And at first I thought it was Norfolk Southern, but nope, Illinois Central. Okay, so he's going slow over here on this set of tracks. Just in case he blows the horn. I don't know if that's the case, but... Well, it's better than trying to catch Amtrak, because half the time whenever they have Amtrak, it's so early in the morning I wouldn't be able to catch it. But, while they finish their switching duties, I believe I'll mosey on into the station, because I've been trying to get in here for quite some time now, so I think I'm going to head on in, all right? And don't worry, I'm going to try and keep recording if I can. So yeah, they're going to get on the other end of this thing, and I'm wondering if they're going to push it back, or they're going to, I don't know. Unless, now that I'm thinking about it, those cars might be loaded, and what they're doing is getting the engine in between there, so if they have any empties at the industry they're dropping those off at, that they have to move. I'm trying to make this way make sense, but I think what they're trying to do is, if those cars are loaded, they're going to put the engine behind them, so that once they get there, if they have any cars that are empty that need to be moved, they can go in and use the engine to move those out of the way. And once those are moved out of the spur, then they can bring those two loaded cars in. I could be wrong with that, and I probably didn't make a single bit of sense, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah. Also, I love how there's like a power plant right there, right beside the tracks. That's funny. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head in now before the rain decides to pick up and drench me. I'm going to have to keep the phone like this because they may not allow filming. So I don't mean to cause any trouble, Amtrak. I just want to see the inside of this station. I haven't even been here. Ah,
Welcome, sir.
thank you. Thank you.
All right, Dr. let me tell you about this. Okay, this was the
This
station.
was the actual station here, so the train ticket booth used to be there.
All
And,
right.
and so there are all of the huge pews, I don't, if y'all came through from the street level, I don't know if you.
We
were
did, we
to the
walked
right.
up here, so we
Oh,
could
okay.
walk on
Well,
through.
there's these huge, looks like church pews almost, but they're, way, way bigger. And
Ah.
there used to be road here all throughout
Ah.
this lobby. And it used to, be kind of 70s in
Ah.
style. But we've been able to kind of update it and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that I mean they moved the train station, down. Did y'all see the ticket station?
No, we haven't been down there
Oh,
yet.
okay, yeah. So the church pews are in there as well.
Right.
So they just kind of spread them throughout the hotel.
But yeah, we were here 6 months ago, and the station was one of the places I wanted to see, but of course they were renovating it, and we weren't sure how to exactly get in either way. So
I told the woman over at the arcade cafe, told us where to go. She said,
Well,
go
the
ahead.
station part is if you go out this door.
Yes.
Did you see it? It
We
says
saw the
station.
sign that
And
says-
it's nothing fancy.
It's just a train station.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
thank you. Well, there y'all heard it. My. Well, well, it may not really be used completely for a train station anymore, but I'm glad they found another use for it. But yeah, let's see here. I'm going to have to keep talking because of the music. I'm sorry, y'all, but yeah, it's nice. I'm glad that they are utilizing all of this. That must have been the boarding, or where the boarding is probably where you would have waited for the train, maybe? Not through here. I'm talking about all that through there. But
She said people used to use it all the time for wedding receptions.
well, it's nice to know that they're utilizing the station. It may not be for full-fledged train use anymore, but it's nice that they're utilizing it. Yeah, that Illinois Central train that I saw was, they were doing switch moves. Well, I'm looking. Oh, yes. Oh, that must be the old departure board. Yeah, that's what it is. Wow. It's interesting how quiet it is, too.
Reminds me of the one in Seattle.
Oh, yes. It's pretty, that's for sure.
It is pretty.
Yeah.
Glad we came in and see the.
I love it though. Like you hear all the music and commotion out here, then you walk in here and it's beyond quiet.
And she said the hotel, there was an apartment building right next to the station, and so what they did is they just bought that and then completely went in and renovated.
Well, it's not. I mean, of course. I mean, it's. There's a meeting rooms now.
I wouldn't go down here.
Oh yeah, there's the waiting booths down there. Some of them. Watch your step. Wow. I mean, look at the tiling. You don't even see this anymore. Yeah, this is tile. All of this right here?
That is the, and that, I bet that's the original.
Oh,
Subway tile.
well, of course it is.
Look at that.
I mean, that's the thing about it. I mean, I'm glad they renovated it, but I'm also glad they kept it some original elements scattered throughout, which is nice. I am curious, though, about the museum. I mean, of course,
Yeah, she said that it was small, but it was interesting.
but of course it's not open,
No,
which is only our luck.
I just was ready.
Oh, well then. Oh, well, when in doubt, just punch a hole through the wall.
Yes, that's what they did.
Well, that also gives you an idea of, I mean, look at the bricks, though. You can see where they, I guess, had new ones and then the old ones. That's the original mortar right there, too. Well, I was gonna say, well,
Temporary closed for renovation, all right, so we'll just have to wait for them to finish it.
well, on the plus side, y'all get a bit of a teaser with the maintenance of waste speeder.
Oh, you want to go up to the section?
Don't see why not. I mean, I could have walked. There was a stairwell, but okay.
If we had only known,
Yeah.
we could just walk across the street.
Well, I didn't know any of this would have been open. That's the thing, because you know, like up in Oklahoma City, both stations were closed.
Open well,
Uh-oh.
okay, we have to go out in the rain.
Oh dear, that's not good.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Hold on, that's not good.
Well, push it, instead of pushing forward. Okay, good, we'll start this.
What did you do?
I need to, we're starting to come up right here.
It's like, I blame you for this. No, I'm just kidding. Uh-oh. Oh no, that's just the music, my bad. Oh look, the old,
Yes, treads.
either that or that was where they had oh no, yeah, those are the old treads. Well, it may not be a complete train station anymore, but it's nice that they have another use for it. See, like, I don't mind if they preserve a building and use it for something else, just as long as they keep it standing.
Yes.
That alone is enough for me. When in doubt, just have a ton of stereos everywhere. To the right, right? Oh no, to the left, excuse me. Alright, if it's automatic, but oh yeah, there's the buffer stops for the trains. Oh yeah, so
Fine, thank you.
oh they look.
Yeah.
Yes, I was right. So this would have all been platform tracks here. In fact, yeah, imagine having a runaway. Well, if you're lucky, it ain't going to get through this thing. But yeah, there's one of the platform tracks here, and then there's another one here. And there would have been, by the looks of things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There probably would have been close to maybe 10 or 11 platforms. I'm guessing on this because these are the only ones that still have the old train stops in front of them. But yeah, all of that's been renovated into a hotel. So this little step part right here is the station, which is fine. I don't have anything wrong with that. Oh,
Need something from an anchor?
No, we're just sightseeing.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
oh yes. Yes, them building the station. Oh, that must have been the old one.
Yeah,
That actually looks a lot more ornate than the.
it's that Victorian style.
I know. Which is nice. I'm not complaining about that. Yeah, I'm glad that they have kept the original boarding seats. That's nice. But, of course, as you can see, there's not really much, to be honest. I mean, some of the furniture is original, which is nice. Right, so that was most of the station on the inside. As you can see, they completely remodeled it. But I'm fine with that. I mean, as long as the building itself is still standing, that's fine and that's good enough for me. By the way, I think this here is the original passenger shelter, but judging by the steel frames. But I am glad that they actually kept some of the old train stops here. Because I don't even, the station not even the station in St. Louis had these in place anymore, which is, so I'm kind of glad that they did this. But to be honest, I'm actually kind of glad they made pretty much the entire station a hotel, but that little bit you saw that they do have a station just shows, I mean, this is my own opinion, so I don't mean any offense to anyone who works for Amtrak. It just shows really how passenger rail service here in the U.S. is still declining, which is actually rather unfortunate, because one of the things I'd always wanted to do was actually travel across America by train, but with what I've been hearing with concerning Amtrak recently, I don't think that will be possible anymore. And if it continues, well, guys, we may end up living to see the end of any passenger rail service here in America as far as long distance is concerned. But then again, I already had a backup in mind, which is Via Rail, because they actually still use vintage passenger cars on most of their trains. Heck, the Canadian, for example, is one of their most popular trains as far as I'm concerned. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, as you can see, that switch move is already left. So I'm probably going to end the stream here, and I'll see y'all later.